But what's good? Welcome back to another G Swagger 3 video. But yeah, we are grading every NFL team how they did for that 2024 NFL season, or 24 to 25. Alright, we're gonna start off with the Arizona Cardinals. I know they season, I would give it like a
C.
Yeah, just a straight C.
I mean, they got a new coach. Kyler Murray's still mediocre.
Even though they supposed to have playoff promise and they wasn't really close.
I don't know. I wouldn't say. I think they want an improvement. New coach trying to get in the playoffs, kind of tough. Then they just want an improvement for what they had last year. Kyler getting hurt, I believe, last year.
Well, he was just out for like a long time.
So I mean, I give him a C, maybe. I can't give a C plus. They had games that they should have won. They just choked a lot of games. It was times, I don't know, that Bills game they choked before when Mar Hill was open and Kyler missed. It's a lot of games they should have won, but they choked, me being a Seahawks fan. So I give them a C, maybe C plus. They got a lot of upside. They just got to let it come together, man. Stop selling yourself. Keep choking.
Well, yeah, I just said, they just need to have more talent. They just in a no-man land.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Buddha Baker is a dog. Shout out.
Yep. So I'm gonna make you question the quarterback next year. Like, do you keep Kyler or you go to someone else? Then next we got
Dress rehearsal. Big Kirkle wakes up dripping like this.
the Atlanta Falcons. But they went 8-9.
Dumpster fire. I don't want to hear it. This team was a Super Bowl. Not my words, media words. When they got Kirk Cousins, they was like, oh man, y'all gotta watch out for those Atlanta Falcons. Those Falcons fans was going nuts because not only did they get they not only get Kirk Cousins, they got like Matt Judon. They got I know they had Jesse Bates. I forgot the other ones that they was getting. They was collecting pieces.
Well,
of course,
I remember Raheem Morris said the problem with that team, the team was so good, but the problem is quarterback.
Exactly. You got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan. So those Falcon fans was lit. They was going crazy. And then you understand how bad that NFC South division is, right?
Yeah.
And you don't win it. That's why I'm saying the D, because they had them so high because that division was bad. They was like, this is gonna be easy division win. Even myself, I think I had the Falcons. No, I think I had the Bucks winning. I'm tripping. I had the Bucks winning the division for sure because I seen fraud. I already seen fraud. But anyway, they already had them a high upside, and you go a losing record. Poor Kirk went down. Kirk, I don't know what happened to bro. You got benched for what's his name for
Michael
Penix Jr. Like that, you gotta get a bad grade for that. All season, all your money went into this guy. You draft a quarterback at 7th round, and you have to use at 7th round at the 7th pick, and you have to use that. All your money basically went gone, bro. This is a D.
Well, yeah,
dumpster fire.
I would just do a C. Cause I'm like, hey,
can't give C to everybody.
Well, sorry. I know, but I'm like,
I go by what we expected, what they expected for you, and even myself. To be honest, 8-9. Kirk Cousins, I got a lot of respect for Kirk. You don't know how I was going in for the boy.
Yeah, I said Kirk was the choker, man. Like,
in my mind,
just wait.
In my mind, it's just the fact how it just. I don't want to say he was choking. It's just something was just wrong. I don't know. It just felt like, because something with the Vikings, something was wrong with them. Like, y'all had games just like, you had it close, but y'all was losing. You couldn't connect it. But
and then you should see what Sam Darnold did with the Vikings.
I mean, turn aside. But last year, Kirk was MVP last year. If it wasn't for the bad record, he was MVP last year.
I think he's started off that 1-4.
Oh yeah, and then he got hurt or something.
He tried to pick it up and get hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt, so he was cooking. I was like, okay, you're on the Falcons. I see it, but I don't know. Maybe that injury was a lot more than to be told, but you getting a D.
Yeah, and he dove for 500 yards against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was like, how you do that and then you throw 4 picks in one game?
Yeah.
Next is the Carolina Panthers.
This was a little tough. I'm gonna give him a B. I know what you're thinking. Record wise, 8-9, D for the Falcons. I think the Panthers went 4-12, 5.
I would say D plus. I said probably think 5-12.
5-12. Nah, I can't do that because here's why. I mean, just like the Falcons, they sacrificed a lot, and I mean a lot, for Bryce Young, and you finally see it hit. You go a whole weeks with competitiveness against the Chiefs, the now Super Bowl champ Eagles. I know you got whooped by Tampa. It's like what was that hard stretch?
They had a lot of Bears in games.
I
know they lost to the Commanders, but
they finished strong. I'm talking about their finish week.
Yeah, they finished strong. They finished 5-12.
5-12. Well, I know. So, but I'm just saying that upside, you finally see what you sacrificed. Yeah, you sacrificed so much for Bryce, and you finally see it working. And Bryce looks good. You just need stuff to help him out because a lot of stuff, they still need to get better at. But hey, that line with that Bryce getting benched, of course, that's gonna bring your grade down. So I can see why he went
that's
D.
why I said D.
But just because you sacrifice so much and he's finally having upside, you got a new coach who's grinning cheek to cheek. Hey, I gotta go B personally. I think that's a dub because the Panthers, they gonna be sneaky good next year. Bryce, keep it up like this, they gonna sneaky good this year, especially going out with that Chiefs.
And now they're gonna be investing in that defense.
Well, yeah. They need to. That defense is garbage. They need a killer. Oh, Derek Brown will be back, but they need to get something. That Abdul Carr. You know what I'm saying? If he's available there, that or you might. I don't know if Charles Hunter be available, but he play receiver or corner. Hey, he could be around. I think they're like 8th pick. So yeah, just going against playoff caliber teams and competing with Super Bowl caliber teams competing with is a good upside for me. Just your quarterback competing with them, not your team, but your quarterback. So that's a dub, especially for my boy Bryce.
Yep. And now the Chicago Bears. This is an F for me. A complete F. They my first real failure.
I might have to go D here.
But they fired their coach. They went 4-2, and they basically lost every game.
They started 4-1. It's just
it was one against the Packers.
Yeah, I gotta give them like a D minus. I mean, it's just I don't want to try not to fault players that's like already young. Caleb Williams they put him on a high pedestal, and they were starting good. Even fans are like, that defense was already good, and you get him and Roma Duzé with DJ Moore and Kenneth.
With all that talent, and you only get 5 wins.
Yeah, but they hit 4. I think 4.
They was 4-2, and then I know they won against the Packers.
Okay, so 5-7. All right, so yeah, the main problem is they got my old offensive coordinator. I knew Shane Waldron. I knew that wasn't gonna be in their little favor. Sorry, Shane, you're just not it right as a coordinator. But anyway, it's just a lot for a rookie quarterback. I know he was like, you're not gonna be punting a lot now, bro. You should never said that because you knew you was gonna be punting a lot, but they got upside for the future. They can make it connect. Now the Bears might be dangerous next year with Ben Johnson, aka offensive coordinator from the Lions. They could get that line right. Hey, y'all looking dangerous.
Yeah, they could maybe be scary.
They could get interesting. But I'm gonna do a D minus though. I mean, hey, your future good though. Future is bright in Chicago.
Even though be scared to compete for that division though. Hey,
but
Kevin O'Connell, Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, I don't think the Vikings.
Dan Campbell.
Lions, of course, gonna be an issue. I just don't think the Vikings gonna be that good again. To be honest, that and the Packers are good, but they're a threat to the division, winning the division. Not towards the Lions, nah. Sorry, Jordan.
All right, next is the Dallas Cowboys.
I should give this a J for Jerry Jones. You my friend, all in where? Almost last in the division. You lucky the Giants exist. This is terrible. How do we go from where we are at? We was number 2 last year, 12-5. You get whooped by the Packers, and somehow I know Dak got hurt. Micah got hurt. Quotation marks on Micah. But anyway,
even though they still look terrible because Dak didn't get hurt till I forgot week 9 or somewhere. The Falcons,
and they started out. I forgot who they played.
The Browns.
They whooped that Browns team. I was like, I wasn't fooled. I was like, it's whatever. It's gonna happen. I wasn't expecting a fall. I was expecting playoff berth, but you gonna lose, of course.
And then you get blown out by the Saints.
Yeah,
and then blown out by the Ravens. Then you get a little bit of a comeback to make that look manageable.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. I don't know how the Saints either. But anyway, this is I'm gonna have to go F for the Cowboys. I'm sorry, man. This is my first F. Having people around me that's Cowboy fans, like, your team is just, you got no running back. Hopefully you get Ashton Jinx, you available. I'm looking at that, but you need help elsewhere too though. Zach Martin just retired. O-line, your D-line, Michael Parsons needs someone in there for focus because all your D-linemen basically went to the Commanders. And your corner duo can't stay healthy, so and they kind of barbecue chicken without the pigs, if I'm honest. But hey, you got good upside in that DeMar Overshone, whatever.
Yeah, he got injured.
Yeah, he did. But hey, he's explosive, so we'll see. But you getting an F, especially now you fire Mike McCarthy and you
just signed the offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator.
I don't know.
What did he do?
It's just
I'm like, just for that, I'll probably even get that Cowboys F. I was about to go like a D something. But I told
you, it's the upside of what we think and what the media think and your team, how they played as a whole, and your front office, what they do. He went all in, just like Skip Bayless says, all in.
Yeah, but
so it's crazy. So yeah, you gotta get an F. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same. Now the Detroit Lions.
It's another tough one, man. You want to go. This is their best season in a while by far. Yeah, all of that just to be a first round exit. I'm gonna still give it an A. I'm still gonna give it an A, but it's sad to say. I think your last year was probably even better.
Yeah,
honestly,
I'll go B.
Actually, I'm wrong. I'm gonna still do the A, but you had a lot of injuries in the defense this year. Mainly being Aiden Hutchins and a lot of people injuries there. So I'll still give it A. Sadly injuries, it happens. Yep. You try to do next player on, but just a lot can, even for top teams, it's too much. Offense was explosive always. I don't know how y'all look with Ben Johnson gone. You still be fine though, but you get people back. So I'm gonna still give it A.
Yeah, I'll give like a B plus. Just like Dan Campbell just gotta make sure that like they had coached someone up to be ready for the job.
Yeah, that just sucks though, man.
At least they probably keep the same place, just like how you call it.
That just sucks though, man. All that, your best year, first round bye in Detroit, and you just get whooped by a rookie, Jaden Daniels. It just hurts, man. It's like, dang, like last year we went farther. This year we thought we was gonna go Super Bowl, and then it just cuts like that.
Yep. And now the next is the Green Bay Packers.
This might be just a B, I think.
Yeah, I would say like a B or a C, or I said C plus. Yeah, I'll go C plus.
It's close C plus. I mean, I just don't know. It's just so mediocre. I mean, honestly, I might gotta go down too, because they had y'all on the Super Bowl talk. I remember that dude, analyst. This is my Super Bowl, Packers and the Chiefs or the Bills, whatever. Now it's just they had so much upside for Jordan Love MVP years. Like, hey, Josh Jacobs. I thought they were gonna do more for like when they play like competitive competition. I thought they would do better. Like they basically kind of lost every competitive competition they had. Pretty much. Jair never plays. They got Christian Watson out too. No real receiver one dominant. Josh Jacobs is good, but I thought I was gonna say a 1-2 punch with him and Aaron Jones. I didn't get that, but I still thought it was gonna be good for them. They said you in the Super Bowl, but sadly, you fell short. You started losing. You're in a tough division though, so I'll keep my B. You're in a tough division, 11-6. Yeah. But Jordan Love could have played a little better. I don't know what happened there, but y'all lost to the champs.
Yeah, the champs, Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, again, but so it is. I give you a B.
All right, next is the Los Angeles Rams. I'm like they were competitive, but it's just like it just felt like up and down.
They're so lucky Gino didn't get the play. Oh no, he did, but I think second game. I don't know, but anyway, it's just they started off slow, got healthy, finished off strong, and then won the first round and lost in the second to the second round, right?
Yeah,
the
Eagles. They lost to the Eagles. Well, they could have won if Matthew Stafford did a game-winning drive, and now they want to get rid of like Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah, no.
It's just like it don't feel right for the Rams.
You knew that was gonna happen. It's like, hey, next guy up. But they got a lot of young pieces outside Jared Verse, Brandon Fisk, or whatever. They got a lot of potential outside on that defense with that Byron Young, whatever, there too. You got Kevin Kitchen. But anyway, good little young outside Puka, of course, other side with Kyrie Williams. So, it's for me, it's a B, maybe B plus. Only thing I could critique is a slow start.
Yeah, I'll go B minus like that. Yeah, the slow start B.
I give it B. I give it B. I just give it just slow start. Only I can critique. Sean McVay still one of the best coaches, sadly. But
yep.
But if the Seahawks were healthy, we will whoop y'all boy.
Sure. But now next is the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean,
I would probably do an A- for them because like
sadly,
they didn't expect for them to be like this good,
hard.
be like 14-3.
Yeah.
Even though they did fail in the first round, like
we knew you was frauds though, kind of a little bit like towards the end. We knew you was gonna be surprised.
Yeah, cause we know Sam Darnold wasn't like the guy to just like take you over like the hump against like real competitive teams. Cause like you just lost 2 games against the Lions and then 2 games against the Rams.
Yeah, I just don't want to fit to my boy Sam Darnold, but sadly, just the way you play, it was like, it's like are we surprised though? But you still get an A. I mean, 14-3 is a hard thing to do with a new coach, believe.
No, Kevin Conlon.
Yeah, Kevin Conlon been there, but your defensive coordinator Brian Flores, him alone is an A. You know, the way he be calling defenses and stuff like that. You know, like underdog. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
Yeah. So
and then like Sam Darnold just like got the job like last notice.
Yeah.
Like he was predicted like the rookie quarterback was going to like start and play until he got hurt. And then
yeah. So you know, and it's still not a down year for Sam. You still did good. Now it would probably hurt your all-season money chances the way you played in the playoffs, but you still had a good year. 14-3 is a hard thing to do. You know, you had some good offensive stuff. So yeah, give you an A.
Yeah, but I just go A-.
A
just because you didn't finish the job.
Yeah.
But now we got the New Orleans Saints. I said F.
You know, it's
just
funny.
Because of the expectation, they're like, yeah, we could go to the Super Bowl. We are that good.
It's so funny.
And then like they give us 2 good games for like the first 2 weeks, and then he just like they went down the gutter.
I was on TikTok and it was Saints fans being live, and they was talking before the season started about how good they're going to be. Week 1, they whooped the Panthers, I believe, and we was all like, come on, bro, that's the Panthers. They was going crazy like, hey, I told y'all what it was going to be because we about the Saints are going. We're not saying win the Super Bowl, but we're going to go 12-5, 13-4. You know, like we going to be good this year. And then people in the comments was talking crazy. They was like, okay, I'm trying to make it quick. We was going to say like the Cowboys going to put humble the pie because the Cowboys just whooped the Browns. You know, Browns supposed to be a playoff team. You know, so we was like, Cowboys going to put that humble pie on them. I got to go back to that live. I still went back when the Saints whooped them. They was going crazy. They was like, hey, we might be better than we thought. But I told them, boy, there's all the Saints fans back. They was talking crazy. But then they lost to the Eagles, I think, next. And they was like, still, the Eagles are good.
Close.
But he had 2-1 with the Eagles though. He hasn't losing that game. He was like, hey, this is what I predicted and stuff. And it was a good game, you know, like we could have won that game. It was a close game. But then after that, I stopped seeing from them boys. I don't know if I was searching up, but I stopped seeing. It went to the gutter. Ball L after L after L. Derek Carr gets hurt. L after L after L, and it just kept going, you know. So I have to give that F. Did they got a new coach?
Yeah, they had to get a new coach.
That's like F after F after F. I don't know. The Saints just had no particular game plan to me. I don't know what to expect when I see the Saints. Just mediocrity and below. So gotta go F.
Yep.
And then you get a Taysom Hill game that's good in one of those weeks.
Yeah, and Alvin Kamara. And like, hey, I was like, y'all showed y'all have some pieces, but it's like, y'all just underperformed being 5-12. Terrible. All right, then now we got the New York Giants. I'll go with a D, man. Like for Brian Daboll, which like I think he's an okay coach or great coach, and I know Malik Neighbors, he is that guy. He is special.
I'm
like
still salty,
even though like close to the F because of the quarterback problem. That was terrible. Like if I heard Daniel Jones and how that situation went down, I was like, yeah.
I'm still salty. My team lost to
I was at F for like Saquon Barkley go. I changed my mind. I thought about wait a minute. What about the running back? Then you want to give Devin Singletary Saquon Barkley number. Get out of here.
Yeah, my team still lost that sorry trash can, but they went defense on that side, getting Brian Burns, but you gotta get it. I was going to give you an F because Giants are the Giants, man. What can I say? There's nothing more to really say about that. Poor Malik Neighbors, you know. Hopefully they get you a quarterback this year, a top 2 pick, getting whatever the Titans don't choose. So, hey.
Yeah, y'all didn't get the number 1 pick too.
Nope.
F.
Gutter ball.
Alright, now we go through with the Philadelphia Eagles. I hate to say it, they get the A plus for signing Saquon Barkley for being special, get 2,000 yards, basically break the record, and just dominating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Watch my words. I don't like them. I don't like this fan base. But anyway, hey, GG's for them, man. I mean, Shaquan was the main reason why they got there, but that young defense proved them wrong. I mean,
Cooper, the gene.
It's just that Quinion Mitchell, just the way you got them back to back this year. Jalen Carter proved it. Nolan Smith to prove it. Davis improvement. I mean, it just happened. You got Gardner something Johnson. I forgot his name.
Talking about who?
CJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, there you go.
Which you got, bro, went from the Lions back to the Eagles just to get back to the rings. It's like good for him though, trying to make entertainment. Being that cocky guy. Getting some back to some NFL bad roots. You know what I'm saying? Making entertaining. But anyway, it just sucks though. But yeah, I mean, if Super Bowl champs don't get an A plus, I don't know who do. So
yep.
And shout out to now that I think about it, I still want that apology for those Eagle fans. What they was doing to Nick Sirianni, y'all wanted that man gone. After every L, I saw fire Nick Sirianni. This man is not
after they even won against the Cleveland Browns.
It was just like, get this man out of here. After the L in the playoffs, he's not the coach against the Bugs. It's like, dang, you can't grow at all. Jalen Hurts getting a little bit critiqued, but of course they were like, oh, he ain't that much. Shout out to Jalen Hurts too. I'm not a guy to say you're not a top 10 quarterback. Now, top 5 is a different story, but top 10, now you a top 10. I already had you around there, but top 5, I mean, you can fit your way in there, but, people, there's some quarterbacks I got to put above you in the top to make you out the top 5, but you a top 10 for sure.
Yeah, I'll put respect to your name.
AJ Brown, that too.
All right, we're going to do the San Francisco 49ers.
I don't like this team worse than the Rams and the Eagles, but this might be another F. I mean, it might be crazy. No, it's not so crazy. It might be crazy coming from Seahawks fan, you know what I mean? But anyway, just you went from Super Bowl to last place in the division. I know you had injuries. Just like the Eagles, y'all want, what's the name, Matt? You want your coach out of there, Kyle Shanahan, which I don't know. You can't really get much better than that, but at least you got your old defensive coordinator back, So, hey. But as of right now, just got to be. I'll give you a D since I put the injury excuse for you. But all that talk for Brock Purdy being the top 5 quarterback, top 10 around there, it got to quiet down. And I don't know. You had a lot of John Wood, Brandon Ayuk, and Deebo Samuel. I know Deebo might be gone this year, but sadly, just all that. Chris McCaffrey was hurt, so I give you the benefit of the doubt. So I'll give you a D though, because you went from Super Bowl appearance to last place in the division. But hey, maybe it's big brain, get an easy schedule. We saw that cakewalk schedule. You saw that cake schedule.
Well, no, they started off with the Jets and
it's cakewalk. That's all you gotta know.
But I'll give them a C for the failure of the season. It was a mess with the Brady Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and then Chris McCaffrey. Yep.
So much drama.
But they try to manage through, so I'll just give them a C for managing through all of that. But now, you already know.
C.
You have the 12th man.
Come on, C.
No, I ain't. The Seattle Seahawks.
Anyway,
let's talk about them and how they should be choking and failing or not winning the games that they need to win.
Another year, you start off number 1 and you finish number 2, and finishing number 2 is not enough to get in the playoffs. Except this time you had a younger coach in a Mike McDonald who did improve the defense. You know what I'm saying? But that offensive coordinator play calling was terrible. Offensive line, terrible. Geno Smith in the red zone was terrible. He still wasn't. I still don't think he's the problem. The line's the problem because that running game was trash. Dog water, can't get no type of running room space or nothing. Bro had to throw almost 95% of the time. So of course you're gonna throw many picks. People don't really see that. So I mean, the defense had its moments, was bad, but still had a good time. It's just 10-7 for your first year with the coach. I give you a C. I give a C plus. Maybe I give you a C plus at best. I think expectations, of course, had us last in the division with the new coach, but me having I predicted 10-7 record, but me being number 1 in the division and choking with games that we should win and you end up losing. Sadly, you got to go down. We had a center retire midway because bro was chucking balls in the air, hiking the football. That was against the Bills and against the Rams. It was like, bruh, dang, and he had to retire midway. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it's just too crazy out here, you know. So, and then you had control of destiny of your fate. I know it was a hard schedule or something. You could have beat the Vikings. You lost. You waited too late to wake up against the Packers. You know, Gino got hurt halfway through. Probably could have came back. You never know, but that's still an L. So yeah, sadly, you just gotta be that C plus.
Yeah, I'll give him a B minus.
B minus. Yeah, around the same. So new coach. Hopefully we have improvement. But that 12-man fans, all the season ticket holders, you know, I'm talking to selling those tickets. Our side, we supposed to be 12-man. Man, well, we got more opponents in our arena than we do fans. Man, that's crazy. We supposed to be 12.
I like they just tired of 10-7 or 9-8.
9-8. It's like, dang, bro.
Every year
around there, but it's like, dang, bro, come on now. But yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
B plus. I think Tampa sadly ended fast.
I would say like a B or a B minus. It's like they did the same thing they did last year. Like I didn't feel like they had like no improvement.
Because Chris Godwin got hurt, and what's his name got hurt? Mike Evans, and then they still had to play a hard stretch. I remember that hard stretch, like the Chiefs, some division opponent, and then I don't know, it was the Eagles. It was something like that, but I think I don't know. Washington.
Well, yeah, I know they lost. They lost 2 times against the
I think it was
Falcons, and I know they played us like week 1.
Yeah, week 1.
Off.
It's some hard AFC team in there too. I don't know what the Bills are. I
know they had the like Chiefs, Chargers.
I know they got that division.
Right.
So it was something around those lines. But anyway, just Baker Mayfield, you know, did all that they could. Defense was still in shambles though. It wasn't really very much, you know, still bad. But he did what they could. Getting ready to give you a B plus is because just easy division stretch.
Oh yeah, they had Lamar.
Okay, the Ravens. That's what it was. Just you know, injuries hurt your playoff seating a little bit of a spot. You know, who would know what could have happened. But then you fought hard against the Rams.
And they lost to the Commanders in the playoffs. That's how they got eliminated.
Okay, yeah. So with that being said, though, I gotta have them B plus. Dang, man, you lost to the Commanders all the way around. Okay, the Commanders went far. All right, gotta get to I give him a B plus. You know?
Yeah, I give him a B because of the same thing.
Next team,
and the next team is the Washington Commanders.
Hey.
Let's say they get an A.
An A.
Like nobody expect this.
I mean, my main thing was like, you know, as long as Jaden Daniels, I had to see, of course, how a rookie gonna do, and I was one of those people that wanted to go Jaden. I needed y'all. I said, go Jaden. I told you, on Jaden, you can quote me. I was like, I think they should go Jaden Daniels instead of Drake May. I just saw him. I saw a good.
I wanted to do that. I didn't want no Drake May. I'm like,
I saw a dual threat because you didn't want that Sam Howell thing.
Yeah, cause like, bro, they came from the same college. They learned both of each other. Like,
so I just wanted that dual threat though. Not that Drake May. Drake May is balling the Patriots. I think he just fit the Patriots way better than Jay Daniels would. But I just thought it just felt way better for him to go to Commanders, and now boom, they just blew up. You know, he missed Terry McLaurin a few times. Terry McLaurin had a better year, but you know, it comes with learning. Dan Quinn, what a sign for that to help that little defense out a little bit. Good Cowboys signs.
Like, at least he traded. It changed the culture of the team.
Poor Emmanuel Forbes, by the way. I don't know what happened to him.
Yes, shipped off to the Rams.
And
I think we got rid of all of Ron Rivera picks. Ron Rivera was trash at finding talent.
I think he's gone now.
Who would have known?
Yeah, I think he's gone now too. That's crazy. Ron in college now or something. So hey,
like he's an analyst.
Oh, okay. But
NFL backward.
A for commies though.
Yes.
Commies ran up. There we go. Sorry, thingy.
Left hand up.
I see.
Who are we?
Say it.
Who are we?
I can't say it 'cause I don't even know it.
The Commanders. I'm like,
that's so bad, man.
Now we got the AFC side with the Baltimore Ravens.
Dang.
Lamar Jackson.
Dang. I mean,
he had another MVP.
I mean,
caliber
Lamar
season
was amazing. Derrick Henry was amazing. You lost to the Chiefs by a toe, which was crazy. That probably
that's week 1.
Yeah, but then you lost to Josh Allen in the playoffs.
Yeah, they didn't even do the same game plan that they did in the regular season, where they destroyed Josh Allen. Like, you're supposed to feed Derrick Henry the ball.
Yeah. I don't know why people teams want to do that. You see, you know, Eagles can do that. You see, they have it to him a little bit, but I just don't know. This is tough for me. I think their defense felt like it was missing. I don't know if because of the coach gone, the coordinator gone, or what. But I don't know. He had a good. Mark Andrews like he lost a step.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Was pretty decent, So I'll give him a B plus. I just feel like when you giving Super Bowl caliber teams, and I know the AFC is hard. You gotta get through Mahomes. You gotta get through Josh Allen. You may gotta get through Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, etc. Keep going. But
I don't want to put Justin Herbert in the same sentence.
I'm just saying as quarterbacks go.
Well, yeah, I know. Like, yeah,
I know.
It's a whole bunch of talent that you got to worry about.
Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going by the talent quarterback play. You know what I'm saying? So especially your division alone, even the Steelers always coming out good out of nowhere. So. For the Ravens, though, yeah, I'm going to have to go B+, because you're in the front horse of all those teams. You're supposed to be up there with the Chiefs and them, yet you can never beat them. Chiefs and Bills in the playoffs, of course, and Lamar don't be winning the playoffs. So I'm going to do a B+, though.
Yeah, they would have got an A if they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They would have got a B+ if they got to the conference championship but lost it.
You going lower?
I'm just thinking with a B. Yeah, then they're not going to get the B+ because they lost to the Bills and they changed their whole game plan up.
I got you. Just because Lamar Jackson's spectacular year with Derrick Henry's great year, I got to go B+.
Now, we talking about the next guy. You should know.
Josh Allen?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Buffalo Bills.
I mean, you mean the... I was about to say the Buffalo cheese. I don't know. Just the sons of the cheese. The Buffalo Sons. Patrick Mahomes is your father. That's basically what that team.
Yeah, the Jim Kelly Bills.
Yes, he is your baby daddy.
The Bills that lost 4 times in a row at the Super Bowl.
It's crazy. They lost to the same team over and over by Mahomes. But you still get an A for effort. That doesn't make no sense. But anyway, you get an A, though, because Josh Allen, MVP, of course. You got MVP on your team. He didn't have really much support around him after getting Stephon Diggs. Defense still was pretty good. So, I still give you an A. But sadly, it just could have been A-.
Yeah, I go with A-.
I keep forgetting about the A. The minuses and the plus. I give A-. Because
I'm like, I'll go A- because they didn't finish the job. And I'm like, I'll still get an A because nobody really fully expect for them to go too far.
True.
Because the talent went down some.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen handled it and he got an MVP.
Yeah.
So
still A- though. Good future though with Keon Cole and all that stuff.
Now next I want to talk about the Bengals. The team that chose. I gotta do it on purpose.
Okay. Joe Burrow.
The first.
It's sad. Joe Burrow had a arguable better year than Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Yep. Don't want to win in September.
Yeah, they don't. So for that reason, you get a September grade with a C. Mid. September's a mid month, so you get that C. Mid. I just don't know. Sorry, September birthday boys and girls. Okay, but anyway, C. I just don't know why we always wait so long to win. Jamar Chase has a 3-headed monster thing.
Yeah, triple crown.
Triple crown. So Joe Burrow, unbelievable year.
And Trey Henderson got lead the
lead
in sack.
So you have all that, but that's all you got though. T. Higgins, you got drama with there, but he's still fine.
And y'all had to depend on the Chiefs to get y'all in the playoffs.
Yes,
and that's sad. So that's the play. C plus.
You get a C grade around there. So it's just you gotta be better. 9 and 8. You shouldn't. I know you need to help Joe Burrow them out, man. You missing stuff. Win in September, you get in the playoffs. I guess that's your problem.
Yep. I'm like, man, you need to win sooner, especially in that AFC win when you got all those good quarterbacks.
Yep.
I'm like, you can't be waiting till the last minute and then you get mad at the Chiefs for wanting the rest of their players.
Yep.
But yeah, now we got the Browns.
F. Yanks.
Yeah, F. Deshaun Watson.
To say about that. Your star player wants out now. That's how bad it is over there. Myles Garrett said he gone. He want to go. I don't know what happened to Brown fans was getting all crunk when Baker Mayfield left. Baker Mayfield took a Buck team. They're not winning much, but they took the playoffs when Deshaun Watson with his massage and stuff still probably ended getting those massages. Y'all thought he was gonna be something or going crazy. How much better he was? Money. All of it. fans included.
And he get hurt again.
Was cooking that, and you can't win no more.
Yeah, but then you didn't have a good quarterback contingency playing them like the other quarterbacks suck. You know, James Winston was like the best one, but y'all wanted to sit him to the bench because he keep throwing picks.
Yeah, James Winston.
But I just rather
James was the dub guy.
Yeah, but I rather just played him. Like, yeah, just get all the stats. So like, we'll just try to find a way for the picks.
Yeah, had some Jerry Jeudy signing. You know, I think he had a lot of yards, but whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix.
B plus.
Yeah, I'll go B plus. I like it. They did way more. They got to the playoffs.
Actually,
10-7.
I'm gonna up that to an A minus. Actually, no one expected Broncos to do better than when you thought you was gonna do with Russell Wilson. Basically, Bo Nix did what you thought Russell Wilson was gonna do. Is what I'm trying to say. You probably gotta do a little more, but Bo Nix coming out of nowhere, drafting that, people thought it was a bad. But look at it, you know, especially with no offensive real weapons than what you already have. The Tim Patrick really played, but Cortland Sutton, I don't know Javonte Williams is still your running back or not, but that going forward too, your defense, Patrick Surtain with Defensive Player of the Year, finally got a different position, winning that thing. Let's go, Sean Payton getting that team in order, getting it in check. So I'm gonna give you an A minus. You know, you had a great year. Bronco fans should be happy out there. If you know who you are, you know who you are. So I'm actually A minus. Dub year for them boys.
Yeah, but I like
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
What was you about to say?
I would say that was a great baseline for the Broncos.
How you gonna say the Broncos but not the Seahawks?
Yeah, like I don't like the Seahawks. Who are you right there? No, let's go with CJ Stroud, the Houston Texans. Kind of feel mid.
Yes. Nah, CJ. Nah. D. You just like the.
Even though they did win a playoff game.
No, I don't care. D. You just like them other teams. All that
they
signing you
had
did.
some injuries though.
They did. You right. That's why they're not an F. All those injuries. Okay, that's why you there. Now you went and had go Stephon Diggs. He did get hurt, but then you got Darnell Hunter, Jr. with all the other stuff you got that you thought that CJ Stroud had a slump year out of nowhere for some reason, or it just sophomore slump. You know what I'm saying? So it's just another team where we thought it was gonna be Super Bowl potential, or not me, but the media. Yeah. They had it up there, and they was like, this team is so good, they're gonna be good, especially against Stephon Diggs with down there Hunter paired off with Will Anderson Jr. with more signing this, that, and the third. Joe Mixon, that's who else they got there too, traded for that. So they thought this is gonna be. Joe Mixon had a good year, but they still thought this was gonna be something special. But they finished off 10-7.
Yep.
My team finished off 10-7. Didn't make it. And they did.
They survived because that division is so trash.
That division was garbage. And then who they beat?
The Chargers. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. But yeah, that temperature day.
Yeah. Who did the Texans lose to again?
Well, I was like, they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. Got stopped by Patrick Mahomes.
Not who they lost to. My fault. Who they beat? It was the
Chargers.
Okay, so yeah. So
yeah, Justin Herbert.
What I'm trying to say is it was just a lot of a lot of expectations that just didn't live up to. I know injuries. That's for everybody though. Injuries always gonna be a problem. But hey, sadly but surely, we just thought C.H. Stroud would just have a better year than what he had. So you gotta get a D.
Yeah, I just give it C plus.
I'll go up to a D plus. How about that?
But anyway, the next team is the Indianapolis Colts.
Bro, messed up that name so badly. Anyway,
yeah.
What was their record? I feel like it was nowhere near as good as what they almost had making the playoffs last year. I don't know. Anthony Richardson feel like he ain't improving, bro. Just stuck with his stuff. He has better flashes this year, at least I could say. Jonathan Taylor being back.
They was 8-9.
Yeah, so Jonathan Taylor being back and stuff. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, it's whatever.
I was like, it just fell in mess with the Anthony Richardson drama.
Yeah, so just another. I don't feel like playing, so you get a D.
Yep.
Give you a D.
I go with C minus.
Okay, a D plus for the Texans, a D for the Colts.
All right. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Make it quick. F.
Yep, they got an F.
The whole division is.
I was like, they were supposed to be better than bro. Trevor Lawrence getting paid.
Yeah, just like last year. I mean, they had a lot of they choked. Like they was like 8-2 last year, and then boom, but then this it just feel like that just continued over here. Just L after L after L. Like, come on, Trevor, what's happening? T-Law thought it was other players that was the problem, not you. Yeah. I need to step up. Now you got a new coach or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we got Doug Peterson fired.
I like Brian
Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I like him though. He's a good receiver for sure. Future.
Now, will be like, maybe this might be a hot tape.
Give it to me.
The Kansas City Chiefs. Hot take. Kind of like they did go 15-2. Could have been with 16-1.
True.
Went to the Super Bowl and they get blown out by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Smoke.
Yeah. So
this is tough. 15-2 is no easy slot, but you expect this from the Chiefs. The only thing is, most of their wins were fluky. You didn't really feel like they was really winning those games. They were just squeaking by. Refs was helping them out. Some said by some. I don't like. Not I gotta blame the refs, but I'm just some stuff. Just didn't really feel like a real win for the Chiefs. The playoffs, they had. I thought they was gonna outcoach the Eagles. Both coaching's been there, but I just thought one was just more well coached with more experienced players. That didn't work out.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes still didn't really feel the same that good. Still think he's the best in the league.
And then Travis Kelce being washed.
Certified wash. I don't know. The receivers didn't really hit. D-Hop looked washed. Chris Jones, all right, decent. So I don't know. This might have to just be a B.
Yeah, I'll probably go like a B minus.
I go B plus. I won't go too hard. She still made the Super Bowl, but Chiefs expectations, just like I said for the rest, the expectations are high. You met it, but you didn't, if that makes sense. So B plus.
Yeah, I'll just probably go just straight B. All right, now the Las Vegas Raiders.
F.
I think they kind of done a little bit better, or
F.
Even though like the direction, I'm like, bro, they only gave Antonio Pierce 1 year with the mess that Devontae Adams wanted to be, man. Wanted power.
I would expect him to do so. Got no quarterback.
Yeah, you didn't want to have a quarterback.
Brock Bowers is something. You got something there with him and Michael Mayers. Jacoby Myers is whatever defense. Matt Crosby, he could be cold. He needs some help, but this is another F, bro. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
it could be a little higher, but
I would go D plus.
I'll give it D minus at best, but I'll still just go F.
All right, now the Los Angeles Chargers.
New coach. For some reason, I feel like this team, they gave you overrated potential. I don't know why we thought. Is it Jim or John?
I think it was Jim.
Hardball. For some reason, they thought that this was going to be such a good upside team. And then they was doing good, but they just didn't feel that good. And I'm like, what do I see that they don't? I guess it's all a good coach with a quarterback like the Chiefs. I wasn't seeing that, and they had no real. I like the lad McCourty though. Nice, and J.K. Dobbins had a good breakout year. Your defense though, it was better. It was better, but I'll give you a B though. He wasn't bad. They didn't have high expectations, it would have been better. Justin Herbert still came in the playoff game. But it just would have been better though. But I just give you a B.
Yeah, I go with C plus, man. I was like, Justin Herbert. I expected more for people who say he's a top 5 quarterback. Out of all the quarterbacks, y'all said Justin Herbert top 5, and then he basically lose to C.J. Stroud because he played trash. He didn't play good. Yeah, he played some garbage. Yep. And just like I feel like they always something missing, and they always say he's the biggest what if quarterback. Oh, what do you have this? What do you have that? And he just don't have no receivers. I'm like, bro, they other quarterbacks that are like that, and they handle the situation way better than Justin Herbert.
Oh yeah, I think. But since I give the first coach a year, a vibe. I made an excuse. So that's why you get a B though. So you made the playoffs with your first back with your new team. Sure, with no real talent. That's why I was really confused, but it's getting better though. So, you get a B though.
Yep. The next is the Miami Dolphins.
D minus. I think the problem here is for First of all, Tua injury stuff is some scary stuff there, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that in the future. But I still think the team failed him for sure.
Yeah,
that line terrible. Tyreek Hill, because of I guess Tua went down. His production went from the best receiver in the league to I don't even know if he's top 5 anymore.
Because Tyler Huntley wasn't good. They don't.
Nope.
They never had a good backup of like, bro. Y'all know about Tua. You need to get a good backup, and someone that can actually handle the system. Cause like that, the quarterback can handle the system, man. Like, dang, is it too complicated? Like Mike McDaniel, are you making the plays too complicated for your guys?
That's another thing, Mike McDaniel. I don't know what bro got exposed without his quarterback, man. Yeah, y'all better give Tua his respect. Y'all super high offense with super fast players looking pretty slow out there without your boy Tua. Especially that offense, trash. So you get a, did I say D minus? Yeah,
you said D. You said D minus.
Yeah,
yeah. I'll go with a straight on D.
Okay.
All right. Then the New England Patriots.
Patriots is like another Panthers to me. I don't go based off their record because, of course, we didn't expect you to be good. But you got a good quarterback up there at the helm with no talent around him. Come on, man. Anyway, but you got a new quarterback at the helm, though, and you got nothing really surrounding that to make him great. Christian Gonzalez going to be great. That's on defense, though. But offensively, no. There's really nobody there, So, I'm going to just give you a C. Just because Drake made potential, y'all treat him nice and well, y'all gonna be good. You might got a future Tom Brady back, not because he's white, just how good he is.
No, I give you like a C minus. Like I can't go high when you try to fire your coach.
I keep forgetting the C minuses and the C pluses. Yeah, but I'll still stick with my C though.
All right, and then the New York Jets. F.
Ha, jinx. But yes, F, how it should be. Give me that fist bump. That's how bad y'all are. We thought this was go. Devontae Adams went into that live. Aaron Rodgers making them feel special. Like, oh my gosh, hidden news. Devontae is a Jet. Who cares? This man, Aaron Rodgers, is WASH.
Yeah, washed.
There you go. This man is washed. He can't move. He can't throw. The man feet is slow. He need to call it quits and retire, man. A legend. But, man, that defense, I don't know what happened. They went downhill.
And they fired Robert Saleh after like 5 weeks. I'm like, bro, they lost a game like 10-9. They would have won if they had a kicker.
And you seen a difference, though, when they fired him. That defense went dog water. They went all the way down. Sauce Gardner getting exposed left and right with those holding penalties, but still getting cooked with it. DJ Reed getting cooked too. Defense lost Bryce Huff or something, but they had some Hassan Reddick beef that they couldn't even who they traded it for that, but they couldn't even get him on the field because he didn't even want to play or something. He had all contract issues or whatever it was, so it was just a big L, bro. Like this organization, I don't know. Y'all flopped that bad. Breece Hall had a down year. Your line's still not good. Your receivers, like I said, flop. So I don't know. It's sadly. Sorry, Jets fan.
Yeah,
I think I feel.
I already know. And like that Jerry Jeudy situation,
crazy
about that Woody Johnson, the owner be like, bro, he don't have a high overall in Madden, so no, I don't want him.
I don't know about that, but it's probably some funny stuff.
Yeah, I heard that story, but yeah. But anyway, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Voice crack.
Russell and Justin Fields.
They tough.
They never got the quarterback situation. Settled. They tried to figure out which quarterback do they want for next year.
You just know Mike Tomlin's gonna have a winning record. They started off strong and off weak. They didn't have
the same
potential.
Thing over and over again.
Yeah, you didn't for us. I mean, they had them not good. Not that it's like they keep having them like 8, 9, 7, and 10. But of course, Mike Tomlin's gonna prove them wrong. But they always do that. Rather, they barely miss it. They get in the playoffs with their first round exits. But that's gonna be like a C plus. Your defense was okay.
I would say a C minus because it was like they probably tired the same thing, like just being repetitive.
That's why you get a C plus since your first little quarterbacks with Russ and Justin didn't go bad as what you had thought it was. You had. I don't know, you had some, but then it just lost. It just got, I think Mike Tomlin just got figured out, man.
Yeah.
Still can win games, though.
Cause you can't get to the top tier of teams or playoff teams because, Right, you got to worry about the Baltimore of the world, the Bills, and the Chiefs. I'm like, how can you get to the top 4? Even though I know that like Houston Texans was probably like the last 4, but that because they ain't really had to go against the Steelers. But yeah, and then I know the Bengals are going to come back harder next year. So I'm like, what can Pittsburgh do?
Miles Garrett, make it happen. TJ and Miles, baby.
Yeah, but now we going to the worst team, the team with the number 1 overall pick. Who should they pick? Is it Cam Ward? Is it Shador Sanders? Or is it Travis Hunter? Or are they going to trade?
That's crazy. Nah, it's probably going to be quarterback. They ain't going Will Levis again, though. But nah, man, those Titan fans, I think RBT in particular, they thought it was going to be something. Y'all was hyping up this duo, Will Levis and Calvin Ridley. What are we doing? You did this to yourself. I know you got Jeffrey Simmons over there, but there's more what he can do. You pair him up with Javon Sweat. I think I said that name right. That the rookie defensive tackle from Texas. Anyway, yeah, you thought all that was going to be great. You went to go get L'Jarius Sneed. I forgot your other DB over there. But anyway, no, it wasn't. Don't be finding your delusions. I'm sorry, but hey, it just didn't go what you really thought it would. Because I don't know why you thought y'all was going to be that good or eat division second place. Because everyone thought Texas was going to be 1. Y'all thought yourself was going to be 2. Y'all put yourselves in second place. So let them know how far you was going to go. But anyway.
It was going to go down when y'all let Derrick Henry go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got Tony Pollard, too. Forgot about Tony. Tony had a good. Well, what wasn't bad, So Tony was a positive on your end, but anyway, it gotta be I'll give you a. Do I give you benefit of the doubt and do a D- and not an F? I'm getting a lot of Fs out here. Am I a straight teacher?
Yeah, you're
straight, huh?
Yeah, you being so hard on your.
I give
grading.
you psych. Get that F. So you think this is? You ain't nothing special. Tighten up. That's y'all nickname just for that. Rise up. Rise up.
Rise up.
All right.
Or tighten up. It sounds cooler.
I guess, but yeah, I get you still get that F though, no matter what y'all think is your slogan.
But I would give them an F too, man. They deserve that for the Will Levis show.
Yo.
Like garbage.
I think I want him to have a part 2 though. Get redemption. Give him Travis. I'm just playing. If I'm a Titan fan, if the quarterback's coming in, I don't know they're gonna change much. I'm not gonna lie. So whatever though, y'all choose what y'all want.
Yep. Well, this is it for the video. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, man. I will be here for another video, and yeah, make sure you subscribe to this guy.
Why you gotta cut off at that part?
Yep. Make sure that you subscribe to this guy's channel, man. His link will be in the description, man. Give him some followers. Let's go.
Yes, you.
All right, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
See you on the next.